What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. I am the Poetic Killer, and in today's video, we're going to be doing it's going to be a little change of a topic today. So it's not really a poem, but it's more like just a little explanation of numerology. So it's called Numerology 101. So we're going to break down the story. It's kind of because, like I said, everything is poetic. Even life is poetic if you can catch the signs and you can see beyond the veil. You know what I mean? Once you have the vision of God, you can really see beyond the veil. That's what God gives you. God gives you the vision of beyond the veil. You can really see how things are really meant to be. So today's we're going to be breaking down numerology 101. So it's the story behind numbers and how the true meaning of it and how you can utilize the energy of it in your life. So let's break it down. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'll just break it down. I didn't think you guys will be able to see it, but I have a little diagram here and a little explanation of the deeper meaning behind it. But I'll break it down so you guys can have a visual perception of what's really going on. So we're gonna start off with the number zero. So we have the number 0 to 9, right? And the reason why I say 0 to 9 now, there's two connections to the number nine, and why you hear a lot like if you've dived into the numerology and the explanation of numerology, you'll know that the number nine is seen as perfection, right? Now, guess what else is also that holds 9 months? The mother's womb, right? The mother's womb holds a child for 9 months, just like number nine is seen as perfection. But when I break down this numerology diagram, you'll actually be able to get the deeper meaning behind it all. So when we start off with the number zero, you see the number zero is like a form of a womb, right? So the number zero represents the womb, the birthing space of all existence. So one thing you have to realize is that when it goes one, two, three, that is one aspect of one thing. Four, five, six is another aspect of another type of birth. Seven, eight, nine is a different type of birth also. So I wrote it down here. Zero represents the cosmic womb. Number six represents the feminine womb. And number nine represents the mental womb. And the reason why you might say, what do you mean? So if you look at the shape of zero, that's a form of cosmic womb, right? The number six, if you look at a woman when she's pregnant and she's standing up, that is a form of a womb. The womb is below, right? The woman's standing up, but she's pregnant. That is number six. Just like if you're into astrology, you know that the number six represents Mary. You know what I mean? Just like in the Bible, the Mother Mary, she's also a pregnant woman, also. So you have to understand, just like a woman is pregnant, just like in harvest season, the earth is pregnant, is ripe enough for you to pick out the fruits and the vegetables that you've planted on the earth. So that's a form of womb being pregnant. And then you got the mental womb. When you're standing up and you're looking at your mind, that is a mental womb. You know what I mean? Like if you see a man standing up straight, you see his head. You got the circle and then the one. So the one represents the man, the circle represents the feminine. So that's your mind. You know what I mean? So that's wisdom, just like the number nine represents in astrology as Sagittarius as wisdom. So that's the three wombs: 0, 6, and 9. Zero, cosmic womb; six, the feminine womb, the female; and nine, the mental womb. And then you got one, 4, and 7, which are all, if you see the shape of one, 4, and 7, they're all like, you know what I mean? They're all straight. There's no curve in them. They're just straight. One represents the frequency. You know what I'm saying? The four, so in terms of the cosmic womb, the number one represents the frequency. In terms of the feminine, the female womb, number four represents the bones. In terms of the mental womb, number seven represents logic. Okay, so let me break that down again. Just like you have zero was for the cosmic womb, right? These are three parts. You have to break down the number system from 0 to 9 in three parts. And number three is really pretty much like the one that is if you can see in the I highlighted number three. You know what I'm saying? I highlighted number three because number three is kind of like neutral. Number three is just the environment. We're controlling these things simultaneously. You know what I mean? We're affecting it, should I say more like simultaneously, not controlling, affecting it. So zero, you got the cosmic womb, which is just this, I guess you can call it the universe or this existence. It's wide as vast as we can see it. You know what I mean? That's the cosmic womb. or just existence itself, nothingness. Just like in the Bible, it says there was nothingness, the void. And then you got six, which represents the feminine womb, the female when you're in your mother's womb. That is a form of a world also as a child. And then you got the mental womb. That is where you create things. Your creativity comes from the mental womb, right? And then within the womb of the zero, the cosmic womb, then you got number one, which is your frequency. And then within the female's womb, you got number four, which will be the bones. And then within the mental womb, you got number seven, which will be the logic. And then you got within the cosmic womb, number two, which will be the vibration. And within your female's mother's womb, that would be your blood, tissue, and skin. And then within the mental womb, that would be your emotions. So you see how you go 069, that's the womb. 147 is logic, the masculine. And then 258, which are curves. You see the two is a curve, the five is a curve, and the eight is a curve. That is feminine. So the one is the frequency, the four is the bones when you're in your mother's womb, and the seven is your logic. That's what you're creating simultaneously. And then as you're doing that, you're also creating the vibration, aka the way you feel, your unique feeling. You know what I mean? The way you feel, your own unique vibration, your own charismatic gifts. And as you're doing that, also in your mother's womb, you're creating your blood and tissue and skin. And as you're doing that, simultaneously, you're also creating your emotions. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is. So within in the cosmic, you got the zero, which is the cosmic womb. You got the one, which is the frequency. And then two is the vibration. And once you do that, you're aware of your third dimensional surrounding. That's why it's called the third dimension. And as you're doing that, you're simultaneously also in your female's mother's womb, as she's about to give birth. That's when you're creating your bones, number four, and number five, your blood and tissue and skin. That's when you're in your mother's womb. And then when you get to numbers, the mental womb, that's when you have your logic. You're starting to create your logic, the way you think about yourself, the way you think about existence. And as you're doing that, you're also creating your emotions, your own unique emotions, the way you feel about yourself and the way you like to express your emotions outwardly. You know what I mean? So these three things are happening simultaneously. And number three is just the surroundings, which is the frequency, vibration, and matter. That's why I wrote in number three, you can see the three dash points right there. You got the three, which is the 3 points of the three. I call it the 3 points of the three, which is the frequency, vibration, and then matter, the reality. And that's being controlled simultaneously by the zero, one, and two, and the four, five, and six, and the seven, eight, and nine. And those are the form of the three wombs. I hope it's not upside down. I'm not sure, but yeah, guys. So yeah, that's numerology 101. So you got the cosmic womb, the female womb, and the mental womb. And within those womb, you got three parts that are playing out simultaneously that is affecting the third dimension. You know what I'm saying? You got the frequency, and as you're doing your frequency, you're automatically creating your bones within your mother's womb as you're growing in your mother's womb. And as you're doing that, you're automatically creating your form of logic. You know what I'm saying? You're creating your own form of logic. And the logic is how you see yourself. That is your structure. That's why it's creating the bones. The bones represents your structure. Just like your logic represents your structure. And your frequency represents your structure. You know what I'm saying? And then within that, you got the feminine part. You know what I'm saying? Which will be the six, which represents the womb. And in that part, you're creating your bones, right? Like I said. And then also you're creating the vibrational part, which will be your vibration. And then you go your blood and tissue and skin. You know what I mean? And in your mental womb, you're creating your emotions. So that's what's going on. I hope I was able to break it down into a simpler form. But that is the creation. That is a story right there. It's like the Bible. That is literally the Bible telling you about the Genesis, starting from the womb, you know what I mean, with void, and reaching number nine, reaching the revelation, reaching the wisdom of God, reaching the new revelation and the inside of God by expanding that mental womb. You know what I mean? You're going through the cosmic womb into the mother's womb, and then you're going into your own mental womb, and that's the cycle of life, the cycle of existence. And as we're doing that, we're also into the frequency and vibration. And as we're into our own in terms of frequency and vibration, we're also creating our own logical ways of existence, and also our own forms of unique genetic blood and tissue and bones within our mother's womb. And that's how all things come together. And that is the Holy Trinity. So, you guys, hope you guys were able to gain something new from that numerology breakdown. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you soon.